Soil erosion and conservation. Soil. The soil that we see around has rock particles in the form of sand, silt, clay, and pebbles. Soil also has air, tiny living things, and humus. Humus is formed from the remains of plants and animals. It makes the soil fertile. Humus retains water and keeps the soil wet for a long time. Long ago, there was no soil on the earth. Let us learn how soil has formed. Formation of soil. In the beginning, the entire earth was covered with rocks. Heat from the sun heated the earth and rain cooled it. As a result, the rocky surface cracked. The wind and flowing water widened the cracks. With time, the rocks broke into pieces. Gradually, pebbles, sand, silt, and clay were formed from the rocks. Later, plants appeared on land and their remains mixed with the soil. This is how soil has formed. The topmost layer of the soil, also called the topsoil, is essential for the growth of plants. Topsoil contains nutrients required by the plants. Soil erosion. Any process that damages or removes the topsoil from a region causes soil erosion. Soil erosion makes the soil less fertile. Natural causes of soil erosion. Soil erosion mainly occurs due to wind and flowing water. Strong winds and flowing rainwater wash away the topsoil. Land that does not have any plants growing on it is called barren. Barren land gets eroded at a faster rate. Barren soil gets exposed to heat and sunlight and dries up quickly. The dry, loosened topsoil is easily removed by the wind and flowing rainwater. This is how the absence of vegetation causes soil erosion. Deforestation. Rich growth of trees and other plants in a forest reduces the force of wind and flowing rainwater. This prevents the soil from being damaged. Falling of trees in large numbers from a forest is known as deforestation. Deforestation damages the green cover of the land. When a large area of the forest is cleared for growing crops, mining, raising livestock, or building roads, is gets exposed to wind and flowing water, and the soil gets eroded. Thus, deforestation leads to soil erosion. Overgrazing. Overgrazing by cattle leads to the destruction of plants. It gradually makes the land barren. Once the natural cover of plants is lost, the land becomes exposed to wind and flowing water, leading to soil erosion. Soil conservation. The soil that we see around us has taken thousands of years to form. Fertile soil is precious. We need it to grow crops and maintain our forests. We must take good care of soil. Prevention of soil erosion is called soil conservation. Steps to conserve soil. Grow plants. To prevent soil erosion, barren land should be covered with a variety of plants. The roots of the plants firmly bind the soil particles and prevent the loss of soil due to force of wind or flowing water. Afforestation and reforestation. Afforestation is the process of planting trees on barren land such as hill slopes. Afforestation is an attempt to develop new forest-like area. A natural event or human actions can damage a forest region. Reforestation is a systematic attempt to revive a damaged forest region. Reforestation is done mainly by planting trees that naturally grow in the forest region. A successful reforestation revives a forest which has been damaged. Terrace or step farming. In hilly regions, crops are cultivated on slopes of hills. If a slope of a hill is cleared for farming, in the rainwater would flow downwards with force and wash away most of the fertile layer of the topsoil. Such as land would not be suitable for farming. In hilly regions, farmers convert hills into steps to grow crops. The steps reduce the flow of water and prevent soil from being washed away. Such farms are known as terrace farms. Advantage of terrace farming. It reduces the force of rainwater and prevents soil from being washed away. Rainwater fills up each step and the plants are able to absorb water. Building bunds. During the rainy season, rivers get a fresh supply of water. The rivers therefore flow with greater force. Rivers often overflow and the fertile topsoil of farmlands get on the river. Banks get washed away. To protect the soil near the river banks, bunds are built along the banks. The bunds work as barriers and prevent river water from flowing with the force into lands and can to the river. Cover crops. After each crop, there is a period when a farmland is barren. The barren land lies too exposed to sunlight and heat. This dries the soil. The dry soil can easily be blown away by the wind. The farmer therefore grows a crop to cover his land until the new crop is sown. Such crops, which are grown to prevent soil erosion, are called cover crops. Some types of grasses and pulses are often grown as cover crops. Cover crops are mostly used as a cattle feed. Shelter belts. A farmland which is often from all sides is exposed to the force of wind and flowing water. The farmers therefore grow trees, shrubs, and grasses on the boundaries. These plants reduce the force of wind and water and are known as shelter belts. Thank you.